All right, welcome back, everyone. Ready for another deep dive?
Always.
This time, we're looking at something you've definitely seen a million times, probably without giving it too much thought.
Let me guess. Stop signs.
Not quite. We're going even more iconic, I'd say. The Mercedes-Benz star logo.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's everywhere, right? But how much do we actually know about it? We're basing this deep dive on the history and meaning of the Mercedes-Benz star logo, which is a pretty fascinating read.
I bet. I mean, everyone knows that three-pointed star in the circle, but I doubt most people have ever wondered where it came from.
Exactly. That's what we're here for, to uncover those hidden stories.
Yeah.
And trust me, this one's got some pretty surprising twists. Like, did you know the whole thing started with a postcard?
A postcard? Really?
A simple postcard.
Yeah.
Apparently, Gottlieb Daimler, the founder of the company, he was working at the Deutz gas engine factory at one point. And while he was there, he sent a postcard to his family, marking their house with a star.
Okay, that's kind of sweet.
But get this, years later, his sons actually used that star as the inspiration for the Mercedes logo. Talk about a legacy, right?
Wow, that's amazing. It's crazy how something so small can turn into something so huge.
Right. And it wasn't just a random design choice either. Those 3 points on the star, they actually symbolized Daimler's ambition. He wanted to conquer 3 domains: land, water, and air.
So basically everywhere.
Pretty much. His engines, he envisioned them powering everything. And that boldness, I think it's the big part of why the Mercedes-Benz brand is still so powerful today.
It definitely speaks to their ambition. And I guess, it worked out pretty well for them. They are kind of everywhere.
Totally. And here's another interesting tidbit. They actually trademarked a 4-pointed star, too, back in the day.
Really? What happened to that one?
Well, it never actually ended up on any cars. But it did make a comeback much later, believe it or not.
Oh, okay. Where did it pop up?
It was used by Deutsche Aerospace AG, the big German aerospace company, and later on by the European Aeronautic Defense and Space Company, EADs.
So even the designs that didn't make the cut initially, they still had a future in a way.
It's true. Good ideas tend to stick around in some form or another. But okay, let's get back to that famous 3-pointed star. So, in the early days of Mercedes, you wouldn't see the logo as we know it today. It was actually more like a 3-dimensional emblem. Pretty fancy, almost like a badge of honor.
Oh, I can picture that, like something you'd see on a vintage car, right?
Exactly. You'd see it on those old radiators on the hoods, sometimes with the Mercedes lettering right next to it. Yeah. But then things started evolving. In 1916, they kind of streamlined the design, added that ring around the star, and put the Mercedes lettering inside it.
So that's when it started looking more like the logo we're familiar with?
Right. That's when they really started moving towards the sleek, minimalist look that we associate with Mercedes today.
I'm sensing there's another but coming.
You know me too well. But yeah, it wasn't just about aesthetics. These design changes, they mirrored some big shifts happening within the company itself.
Makes sense.
I mean, think about it. In 1926, Daimler Motor and Gesellschaft and Benz and C merged to form, you guessed it, Mercedes-Benz.
A huge moment in automotive history.
Oh, absolutely. A major power move. And of course, they needed a logo that represented this new automotive giant. So what did they do? They took the Mercedes star and combined it with the Benz laurel wreath, the symbol of victory and accomplishment.
Smart move. I mean, you're taking 2 powerful symbols and bringing them together.
Exactly. And they didn't stop there. The names Mercedes and Benz were right there in the outer ring, surrounded by those laurel branches. Talk about a statement piece, right? 2 legacies coming together to create something even bigger. It's like the logo itself is telling that story.
It really is. And it's crazy to think that it all started with that little star on a postcard.
It makes you wonder, doesn't it? How did that simple symbol become so iconic, so globally recognized?
It's got to be more than just good design, right?
Yeah, I think it's a whole bunch of things combined. I mean, it's definitely a striking design, very simple but elegant. And it represents something that people aspire to, right? Excellence, innovation, luxury, that whole Mercedes-Benz image.
I mean, I'm not really a car person, but even I get that.
Right. But then there's also that backstory, that human element, the connection to the company's founder and his dreams. It gives the logo a depth that most brands just don't have.
It's like you're wearing a piece of history.
Totally. But then, even after all that, they decided to simplify it even further. In 1933, they got rid of the laurel wreath and went for that super clean look, just the star within a thin ring. It's the design we know and love today.
And you got to admit, it works. That simplicity, it's so recognizable. I bet you could spot that logo anywhere in the world.
That's the power of a truly timeless design. And if you step back and look at the bigger picture, you can see how the logo's evolution mirrors the evolution of Mercedes-Benz itself. It's a story of ambition, of pushing boundaries, of innovating and adapting to change. From that humble postcard to this symbol of luxury and engineering prowess, it's pretty amazing.
It really is. And it makes you think, doesn't it, about all the other logos we see every day. What are their stories? Are there hidden meanings behind them? I bet there are tons of fascinating stories just waiting to be uncovered.
Exactly. So next time you see a logo, you think, take a second. Think about its journey. You might be surprised by what you find.